Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how I do entity SEO with Schema Writer. Last week, I optimized my homepage for the keyword AI schema generator. And as you can see, it jumped from position 14 to position 5 in just one day, and it's still at position 5. So let's get started. So once you've run a report in Schema Writer, you can see in this table all of your latest reports. And if you didn't know, you can actually sort by company up here. So when you click View, you're taking in to see the default is the schema tab. So this is all of the schema. So that's not the topic of this video. When you click content here, you'll be able to see that we scraped the entire web page's content. So in the top part, so in this window here, that's what you can see here. So that's the content of the page that we scraped. And in the bottom part down here in this window, that's the automated FAQ content that we generated based on the input keyword and the entity gap. So what does the colors mean? So in the right side, you can see keywords and you can see entities. So what I use mostly to optimize are the entities. So schema.org, JSON-LD, Google, search engine optimization, and so on and so forth are all of the entities that we have scraped from your target page and your top 10 competition pages. So then we scrape the content, we extract all of the entities, and then we sort them by topical relevance according to the content inside of your web page. So what we're doing is we're taking your web page content, we're taking each of the entities, and then we are comparing them topically to the body of the content, and then we're sorting them in relevance. So the content in Schema Writer homepage is about schema, of course, and it's about JSON-LD schema, and search engine optimization is obviously a big part of this web page. So you can see here that the algorithm did an excellent job because the most important is schema.org, second to most is JSON-LD, third most is Google, and so on and so forth. So, and here comes the colors. So the green color means that this is the most relevant entities. And we recommend that you insert as many entities from here inside of your content as possible. And we actually even show you inside of the content where you already placed the entities. So in my case, you can see it says AI schema markup generator to automate JSON-LD web page schema. So you can see that JSON-LD is green, schema is red. Red doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that it's not the most relevant entity. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just not the most relevant entity. But anyway, so JSON-LD is green. Schema.org is also green. Now it's blue because it's a hyperlink, but it is also a green entity, and so on and so forth. So what you want to do is you want to insert as many of the green relevant green entities that are the most relevant entities as possible into this page, preferably as high up in the content as possible, even more preferably in the H1 and H2s, you know, the header and the subheaders. So in the case of my page, let's just edit with Elementor so you can see how it works. So I'm using WordPress and I installed the latest version of the Schema Writer plugin. So I'll be able to edit and see the effects real time. So let's say that I want to, I think that content marketing, that's actually, automation is a good idea. So let's see here. So this is a manual thing. So I need to look at my text and see where can I put in automation without making it super awkward and super strange. So actually web crawler is a very good, because we're actually using we're using several web crawlers to identify the competition websites and also to extract the content from these competition websites. So web crawler is a good entity. So let's see here. Based on a target search term URL, Schema Writer uses web and add advanced web crawler roots. Let's just see here. I can't spell. So there it is. So this sentence should be inserted into the web page actually, because what I'm doing is I'm doing like this, or finding the text here. Here it is. So actually what I'm doing, I'm actually editing inside of WordPress. So based on the target search term and URL, Schema Writer uses an advanced web crawler, comma, space, click publish. So now I inserted the missing entity inside of my content in the Schema Writer website. And let's just see here. So now I did click publish. So I might have to actually clear the cache, but let's click refresh page analyze. So what it's doing now, it's visiting the WordPress web page, and it's fetching the latest version of the content and then showing it to me inside of this entity optimization window. So let's see what it says. We're waiting. 90. All right. So now it's refreshing. Yeah. So now you can see that it actually fetched the latest version, because it now says Schema Writer uses an advanced web crawler, comma, space, it generates, and so on and so forth. And now you can see that web crawler is now green. It was white with a green border before, but now it's solid green. So that means that we've actually used this entity. So use as many of these entities as you can, but of course, you're the SEO master, you're the human being. This is a machine, so this is just coming with recommendations, but no, you shouldn't follow all recommendations, because, for example, application programming interface, it would seem a little bit, I don't like that word inside of my content. Application programming interface, that seems way too technical for this topic. I mean, it's my homepage, and I'm talking about Schema Writer. Application programming interface is not a suitable word. I don't want that in my content. I actually could put it at the bottom of my content, all the way down here. Let's just scroll down. Down here in the FAQ, actually, so that wouldn't be a bad idea, but I certainly wouldn't put it up here where people are actually reading the content and they're deciding, should we invest in Schema Writer, should we not invest in Schema Writer. So you could actually just find some content at the bottom and insert it. So yeah, so all of them, almost all of these green entities, the most important yellow entities and red entities, use them if you want. They're not super relevant to your content, but use them if you want. You can see actually software is relevant to Schema Writer, but what we are doing here is we are sorting into the entities according to the text that I actually inserted. So although for me as a human being, I understand that the Schema Writer is a piece of software, but if I didn't describe Schema Writer like that, then of course our algorithm won't know that it's a software. And so technically, it's not a software that you actually install on your PC. It's a software that you actually run in the browser. So yeah. So that's the meaning of these keywords or these colors here in the entities. And yeah, so keywords, not really something that I use right now. It might change in later versions, but right now I tend to focus on the entities. And let me actually show you how or why. I mean, so last week I did an optimization for AI schema generator, the keyword AI schema generator. And I jumped up. I was actually positioned at page 2, position 14. And in just one day after I optimized my page with Schema Writer, you can see how many entities I used here. And of course the schema, it jumped up to position 5. So I'm actually number 1, but I'm logged in as myself. So I think I'm number 3 or 4 in incognito. Let's see here. AI schema generator. Good. Yeah, so you can see I'm number 3 here when I'm logged in. When I'm not logged in, I'm searching from Firefox. It's not incognito. Let's actually try incognito. AI schema generator. Yeah, so still number 3. So I think it's nice, and I also see these items down here. So I think it's nice that we actually see very good results from optimizing our web page with the Schema Writer, and very fast results also. Much faster than we see from backlinks. Not that backlinks is not important, that's also important. So you have the on page and the backlinks, that's the two things that you can actually do to your web pages. But on page optimization that we're doing with Schema Writer just works from day to day. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That was the video about the colors inside of the content optimization.